What is up, guys? It is TheCitrusPanda here today, and today I'm coming at you with a review for episode 22 of Season 2 of Haikyuu. Let's do this. First off, I want to address the fact that I did not make, like I said I was going to in my last video, a video about the upcoming spring anime I'm looking forward to, but those anime are not coming out for like another, sometimes a month and maybe like 3 weeks from now, depending on which one it is. And I'll make the video sometime soon, but there's no rush on that. Anyway, so episode 22, oh man, at the end of last episode, we saw Yamaguchi and he meant business. He looked like he wanted to kill some fools, and you know what he did? He killed some fools, not in the actual murder sense, but like with his serves. So it was pretty interesting because at the beginning of this episode, Karasuno is trailing Saijo in points very closely. It's a very close match, but Obajosai or Saijo, however you want to say it, I usually just refer to them as Saijo. I think it's easier that way. And they are winning, but not by a ton. It's a pretty close game, in other words. However, there is a problem, and Karasuno just can't seem to close that gap and get either tied or ahead. So what they do is this episode is entirely centered around pretty much Yamaguchi, although in the end it actually has no effect. I think it kind of does have an effect. So, at the end of this episode, they don't win. They don't win the second set. Karasuno loses. So it's 1-1, and there's a third set coming on, and we'll see how that goes. At this point, it's all but confirmed that this is the last game in this season, and then they'll just continue in Season 3. The idea behind putting Yamaguchi in is that he's a pinch server. In other words, he only serves, and that's pretty much all he does. He can't receive very well, he can't attack very well, he can't block very well, he's bad. Except his serves are really good. So you put him in, you switch him out whenever somebody is about to serve. I think, yeah, it was Hinata. So Hinata was being switched out, and basically, Hinata's serves, they're not bad, but they're not anything to write home about. It's basically just like them getting over the net. So Yamaguchi goes in, and he's got his special serve that he's been working on. So, well, I was pretty excited to see what he was doing here. His is more of a, I don't know how to say it. It's more of a skill-based, I guess it's more like a skill-based mechanical kind of thing. It looks more mechanical than something like Oikawa's serves, which you see at the end here. Like, he's not jumping up and doing these flashy plays and making the ball go really fast. He's controlling the ball to do what he wants it to do. And he does the float serve kind of thing going on. So, like, the first one that he does, it looks like it's going to go out, but, like, immediately it just goes straight down, which is really interesting. It kind of reminds me of, like, the float, the kind of floating, not the floating thing, but it's kind of the thing that Kageyama does, where whenever he sets it to Hinata or to other people, he throws it, and he throws it to them at the highest height, so the ball at the most power is peaking at a point, and it's not just gonna, and then right after that it just goes straight down. And it's a similar, I think it's a similar thing going on with Yamaguchi. So he makes one, and then he makes another one, and then the enemy team, I don't know why I sometimes say that. Saijo starts kind of figuring it out and doing it well, but towards the end of this episode, Yamaguchi did say that only half of his serves were good, so we can also assume that Yamaguchi might have not done the good serves the entire way through and might have messed up a couple of the ones that Saijo was able to return. But at the same time, I think another way to play against those is that like the high serves that are coming up like above. The first person on Saijo to try to block it was trying to like go like a downwards kind of thing going on, like a bump, I think they call those. Whereas when the other person figured it out, they went from up here, kind of like a set, and the idea was that if it's a float ball, then you're going to be able to hit it better up there instead of down here because you're not in the position to hit it at all. So they get some points back, but Yamaguchi eventually pulls them ahead, and I think they get really close. They get tied, and they're kind of like neck and neck and stuff. I think they might be 1 point ahead or maybe about tied. Whenever Yamaguchi serves, they receive it, and they finally get one back. So I actually wondered why they immediately switched out Yamaguchi, but then I thought about it for not even 30 seconds, more like 5 seconds, and I realized what it was. If you don't understand why they switched out Yamaguchi, it's a simple rule of volleyball. They cycle through the players to get serving, like to serve, and it switches every single point, so they keep rotating. And Yamaguchi went in to serve, but he can't do anything else very well. So whenever the enemy team, the enemy team, I feel like, yeah, we're playing League of Legends or something here. We're playing Counter Strike, but he'll rotate out and he won't be serving anymore. So it's pointless to keep him in the game. At the very end of the day, I think the main thing that Yamaguchi did, although they ended up losing this game because of Oikawa's ridiculous spike serve thing going on, it's really ridiculous. And I don't know if the focus on this episode was obviously on Yamaguchi, but at the same time it was a focus on Oikawa and how good he is. I love Oikawa as a character. Although, if I was going to make a prediction right now, Karasuno is going to win. So, I don't know. I mean, the way that I look at it, Karasuno has to win. Because if there's going to be more seasons, they have to win this to go to the next place. Unless, for some reason, Saijo wins and then, like, another team got disqualified or something. And, you know, Karasuno, by proxy, just qualifies or something. But I don't see that happening. Yeah, I think Oikawa was showcased as even more of an awesome character this episode, but I don't think we needed confirmation of that. We know that already. Yamaguchi definitely was something new this episode, and it was very cool to see it happen. Now, in the end, they do lose, and they lost by 2 points. Whenever you get over 25, you have to win by 2 at any point in the game, so they were kind of neck and neck and slowly pulling ahead and stuff, and eventually they won. So, going into the next game, logically, Saijo has the momentum, but I don't think it's going to affect them that much. I think that at the end of the day, they might be able to pull that. Karasuno is just going to play just as good as they have been doing. And I don't know if I'm assuming Yamaguchi might join back in at some point during the next couple episodes, but we'll wait and see. This episode was awesome, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's because I did. And until next time, gonna be signing off. See ya.